Do you agree with dumpster diving? I have recently taken to dumpster diving as the struggle to feed myself and my family gets worse. What are you guys' opinion on this? I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. I would suggest looking into food banks. But the sad reality is there's a lot of good food that gets chucked out because they cannot legally give away expired products, at least here in Australia. As a former garbage and recycling driver, the mess left is a pain and the business would get mad at the driver, and people in with a compactor or box creates dangers for them. Otherwise I could care less. I think out of date, which is bollocks stuff, should be easily accessible to those that need it. Problem with that is, it will be raided by those that don't need it, but are just utter twats. We have found couches and other great furniture outside of wealthy colleges. At the end of the semester, food is more difficult due to obvious hygiene concerns. Not just contamination, but it may have been spoiling before tossed out. I am not sure what you are looking for in terms of opinions. It sucks. It's an act of desperation. It's risky and little gross, but you gotta do what you can. I work in Coles and I 101 think that dumpster diving is okay. I mean, the amount of stuff I seen thrown out just because it's defective is insane. Try Aldi, Staples and Bed Bath & Beyond. Never enter a trash compactor. Do not bring your wallet, keys or phone into the dumpster. You may lose or break them. Definitely wear boots and jeans. Be aware of your surroundings in dumpster areas. They are often located in an enclosed area with only one exit. Try not to go at night. Dumpsters were invented in the 1930s by the Dempster brothers. But it wasn't until after WW2 that the machinery to load them on a truck was available. Prior to the invention of dumpsters, the materials were reused, recycled and burned as fuel. The dumpster is one of the greatest evils of capitalism. I wouldn't risk it personally unless it's a choice between this and starvation, due to the risk of contamination. Also, while a lot of food that gets thrown out is still perfectly good to eat, especially in case of fast food restaurants, a lot it isn't. But otherwise, I see no issue with it. If you throw something away, then the way I see it, you've completely rescinded your claim over it. Me and my buddies used to get the magazines at the end each month from the dumpster out the back of a shop. Pre-internet days, teenagers would do anything to see some tits. Have not done it for food. Edit auto-correct. My guy, you do what you have to do to survive and don't worry about what lunatics on Reddit think. It's legal, but a last resort because of the large chance of spoilage that can cause illness. Are you already using or ineligible for food banks, soup kitchens, churches, welfare, unemployment, food stamps, WIC, etc.? Are adults in the family already working 1.5 jobs? Try also our poverty finance. So much good food gets wasted. Better you nourish your family with it than let it go to landfill. Yes, if stores are throwing perfectly good food and goods away because they didn't sell, absolutely, take it. Nothing wrong with it. Some people might find it distasteful, but morally it's fine, and if it's helping people, I see no issues there with her. I don't have to dumpster dive and wouldn't take from a food bank as I'm doing okay. But witnessing the senseless waste that is thrown away makes me feel mad not to rescue some of it. Easily $100 or $200 worth of goods on a good night diving. Makes for hours or days of cleaning, fermenting, pickling, cooking and freezing at home though. That part makes me question it, lol. Yes, it's in the trash. If it's useful, it's useful. Once during a delivery I saw a big store with a prominent W in the name throwing out a pallet of chocolate. Good for you for eliminating food waste, and don't let it get you down. I've scored some sweet technology from dumpsters over the years. PCs, cords, projectors etc. In this economy, I don't see anything wrong with it. I dumpster dived for a year and actually found I ended up eating healthier during that time because I pretty much never ate meat, did eat the occasional pre-wrapped sandwich if it still felt chilly. I mainly dived for produce and occasionally baked goods. You shouldn't have to in a first world country. But so many do. We all do what we have to survive. I wouldn't care if someone went through my trash except for the fact that because of ridiculous liability laws I could be sued if they get hurt. I think it's cool, reduces waste and saves you money and must be a little bit exciting. But off a Mission Impossible vibe cause you likely don't want to get caught and you can't be sure what you'll find. Keep it up, thumbs up. Dumpster diving is awesome. As long as you don't make a mess. I don't see a problem with it. If you're desperate enough to be dumpster diving to survive, I'm just gonna wish you luck and go on with my day. It wasn't referred to as dumpster diving but instead called something like food rescue or whatever, then it would probably be much more widely accepted. I do it, so yay. My girlfriend took me for the first time late last year and I was shocked by the amount of good quality food in the dumpsters. She said it was a bad night. So sad that it all just goes to waste. Hands clapping, hands clapping, hands clapping, hands clapping. As long as you're safe doing it. It's gonna get thrown out anyway, it's better somebody uses it than not. A lot of good food and supplies get thrown out. So long as you aren't doing anything like making a mess that would make the stores put locks on the bins and losing access for others. It's all good by me. I did it a whole heap when I was a broke uni student. Just follow a few basic hygiene rules and you'll be fine. Honestly, it's also pretty disgusting how much perfectly good food gets thrown out so that corporations can make more profit. 100 agree. Lots of great things to be found. And not always food. I feel too embarrassed to consider it myself. But have zero issue with PPL dumpster diving. Way too much food goes into the dumpster. Saving it and eating it is very sustainable. It sucks that the food gets thrown out in the first place. But honestly, what an amazing thing to do. Find some decent food and not have to pay for it, and it avoids further waste. Honestly, couldn't care less. Businesses throw out stuff that is ridiculously stupid to throw out. If they aren't willing to sell something dirt cheap and just throw it out, it's on them. Be careful. Take precautions. Be sensible. I'm homeless and regularly find food from rescue via charities and food drops, outreach, etc. It's not even true dumpster diving. But I've still got sick from some of this that was just past it. And I don't even eat meat. There's nothing wrong with salvage. You've just got to get an idea as to what's edible and what's dangerous. Go for it. Why should anything still good be taken to landfill and wasted? As long as you are safe. Do it. Verge side collection. All day baby. I've seen your post history. You should seek help support. You have every right to live the way you want to, but you seem smart with a lot of potential in life. By the looks of it, we've been down a similar road, and I'm telling you right now, there's much more to life. Running dash. As long as divers put the rubbish back into the bins and not leave it scattered all over the ground. Feel free to help yourselves to whatever bottles and cans I have in those bins. 2 things. 1. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. 2. One man's trash is another man's treasure. I mean, sure, it is questionable about the cleanliness, but see list 1. Just please don't make a mess. I used to hate having to pick up all the debris after someone had been in the dumpsters. Don't miss that job.